Hey, this is Jersey. You're listening to the Garden State.
You're listening to The Garden State, the only New Jersey podcast that gives you all the news you need to hear this week. My name is Josh Sobo.
My name is Josh Chomik.
And back once more from the great state of New Jersey,
Jimmy Parks.
Jimmy Parks. Thank you. Thanks for backing me up on that.
There was a lightning bolt, too.
What?
Yeah, like when we both said Parks.
Oh.
It was crazy.
Nice. Well, welcome back to the podcast, everybody that's listening. We are happy to be back after our Thanksgiving extravaganza.
Ooh.
And it's good to be back on the podcast. Before we get into any news this week, I want to start this thing the classy way. Boys, how was your holiday weekend? What'd you do?
It was wonderful. I went to this little place called Wilmington, North Carolina.
Ooh. A little place called
Aspen. I wish.
So what was Wilmington, North Carolina like? As a resident of the Garden State, give us your review.
Not much. You know, I went to Target.
Okay. Did you play the Target game?
I did play the Target game, and it was identical to my local Target.
Should we explain? Did we explain the Target game before on the podcast?
Maybe, but you could say it one more time.
Well, when we used to go on road trips, we'd play. This is really kind of cringe saying it out loud. I don't think it's cringe.
It's not cringe.
We do this thing when we'd go on like a road trip where we'd find a Target in like middle of nowhere, Montana. And then, because every Target's identical, we would pause for a second and say, imagine you're in Target of Clark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And we would just pause long enough and then begin to walk around, and lo and behold, you feel like you're in Clark again.
So weird.
Because they're all the same.
Like when you walk out of the Target after it's identical, you're walking out into a completely different world. And you're like, whoa, I'm not in New Jersey anymore. This is so weird. Because like all Targets look the same on the inside, which is like the coolest thing in the world. So it always brings me back home when I'm traveling far, far away.
Yeah, it's a great old classic. So what was Target in Wilmington like?
It was honestly the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I went to Target, I went to H&M, you know, we did some Black Friday shopping, spent a lot of time with the fam. It was a beautiful time. Wilmington, just everything in North Carolina is just like, it's emptier than Jersey, obviously. Everything is spread apart. Like the Target was like 25 minutes from where we were staying. People are not living on top of each other. Super open. We were like 25 minutes from the beach. I went to the beach. It was really cool. Flew my drone a little bit and had a great time with family. Ate a ton of good food. Just very grateful this Thanksgiving, boys. That's
great. You know, since you brought up Target, I wanted to share my least favorite Target in the state of New Jersey.
Ooh.
Garden State approved worst Target in the state of New Jersey.
I haven't approved this yet, but you have to tell me.
Vauxhall.
You think? No.
Oh, my. Have you ever been there?
Okay, Josh.
It's a disaster. I go in there and everything's a mess.
But the outside alone is beautiful.
I don't care about the outside. I'm
going
inside.
The inside.
That's a huge part of it.
No, it's not.
The architecture. Well, I've been there, Josh. That's crazy.
It's a disaster.
I feel like there has to be like a worse one.
I don't know. Well, if there is, I haven't been to it yet, but I go there and it's so bad. But with that, I'm glad you had a good trip to North Carolina.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Jimmy, how was your Thanksgiving? What'd you do, man?
My Thanksgiving was great. Spent time with the family and then went over to our good friend Mark, Steph, and Michelle's house.
Nice.
It was awesome. It felt like old times. I felt like I was in high school again. It was a
great.
big family reunion.
That's awesome, man.
But let me tell you.
There's always a but.
Let me tell you something. What I did this past weekend doesn't matter. It's what I'm doing this weekend that really matters.
What are you doing this weekend, Jimmy?
Boys, you're looking at the newest employee for one day only. I'm being employed by the McLaughlin Tree Farm in Robbinsville, New Jersey.
Get out of town.
So what are you doing?
I'm stoked. I'm doing everything. I'm cutting down the trees for people. I'm baling the trees up. I'm putting them on top of their cars.
Okay, so Jimmy, what you're saying to us right now is if one of our listeners went to the McLaughlin Tree Farm in Robbinsville, New Jersey this Saturday, they could potentially meet Jimmy Parks and get him to cut a tree down for them.
They can 100% meet me.
You guys should do it.
What time are you going to be there at?
I'm going to be there, I think they open at 9, and I'll be there till closing at 5.
Wow. So to our listeners, if you need a Christmas tree this Saturday, you know where you got to go.
That's 1312 Old York Road in Robbinsville Township.
It's a Jimmy Parks meetup.
Imagine.
Robbinsville Township. That's next to Hamilton, right? As I pull it up and see Hamilton.
It's sounded right in front of him.
Hamilton, I was in Hamilton last night, actually. Well, first off, Jimmy, that's great. To our listeners, you guys should all, it's not just a should, you have to go get a tree from Jimmy Parks.
Take a picture with him.
Please take a picture with him. And if you post it on Instagram, we'll put it on our account.
Tag the Garden State.
Tag us.
I'll bring some stickers with me.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
Definitely bring stickers. If you meet Jimmy, he'll give you a sticker. That's really funny, Jimmy.
Can you offer them any sort of family and friends discount on a Christmas tree?
I don't know.
You don't have that pull yet.
I'm only being employed there for one day.
So you got to wear a Garden State hoodie or something so people can differentiate you.
It's not a bad idea.
Maybe.
I'm going to need to wear a hoodie that I can get dirty. So.
Ooh, okay. So you'll have to figure that out.
Don't you have the gray one?
Yeah.
Yeah, get that one dirty. It'll look really tough and awesome. Then you can just wash it.
I see I'm going away next week. I want to wear it when I'm in Oregon.
Oh, true. You got to rep the Garden State outside the Garden State.
Do we still have those in stock, or do we sell out for our Black Friday sale?
Oh, we might be sold out.
Did we have like 3 smalls left, I think? People just went nuts on those.
So with that, make sure you go see Jimmy this weekend and get a tree from him. And then take a picture, send it to us. I'm excited to see what happens this weekend. Jimmy, best of luck cutting down the trees. Are you cutting them down or are they pre-cut?
Oh, no. We're cutting them down.
Oh,
Fresh.
Holy smokes. Are you going to drill the hole in the bottom of it?
I'm doing everything.
Wow.
I'm a full-stop shop here at the McLaughlin Tree Farm at 1312 Old York Road in Robbinsville.
They're getting so much free promo from us. This
I love
is
it.
great.
Jimmy, we can cut this out if it's not appropriate, but what's your connection to the McLaughlin Tree Farm?
Let's just say that me and Mr. McLaughlin go way back.
Wow, that's so
pretty
cool, man.
cool.
Well, enjoy your time, Jimmy.
I can't believe that you cut down your tree last weekend. You could have got a tree
know.
from Jimmy.
I didn't even cut it down, guys.
What?
But I went to this tree farm last year. It's up in what town is that? It is way up in, for the South Jersey listeners, this is irrelevant to you. It's in Randolph, and it's on the side of a highway. And last year when I went, they were so polite to me. Such a sweet family-owned operation that I said to my wife, let's drive back up there and get one. It's something with a K. Nope. Let me see. I'm going to give them a shout-out since Jimmy already promoted his boy.
I thought you were about to say that this year they were just completely opposite.
No, they were really cool. And it's something, Knothe, Knothe. It's just a little side of the road hut, and
Can we get some like tree price comparisons from your spot to Jimmy's?
Jimmy, what are you looking at for a Frazier for 8.5 footer?
I have no idea.
That's hilarious.
I
Well,
have no idea.
so this weekend, by the way, for Thanksgiving, so Chomik was gone. Jimmy was at a friend's house, and I did my same old normal thing of just being with my family. It wasn't too crazy, but I have to say, I was thinking about the good old days of Black Friday shopping with the fellas.
You didn't go out?
No, I thought about it, but with Shell being pregnant, after a day of 2 family Thanksgivings, we were ready to just go lay on the couch and put a Christmas movie on.
Dude, Babies R Us, dude, they had some doorbusters.
I
Can't believe you missed out.
I heard the diapers were on sale. The cribs
They went
were
off the shelves, bro.
crazy. Well, we missed out on it. I will say last night I went with Chomik. Every year around Christmas time, a friend of ours who's in the Coast Guard comes home, and we meet up with him at a little place called Conti's Pizza in Princeton, New Jersey. And I have to say, it is top 3 best pizzerias in the state, and I do not say that lightly. Right when COVID started, or right before COVID, me, you, and a few other guys, Chomik, began going to every famous pizza spot in New Jersey, and we compiled a list of the best, and I can confidently say Conti's is one of the best in the state.
A good old-fashioned bar pie. If you like it thin and crispy,
Oh man, the
go
sauce.
to Conti's, and the sauce is so delicious.
And the sausage is great.
And like the whole environment inside the pizzeria too, it feels like they haven't left the 60s. That place.
It feels like a VFW hall.
Yeah, it's
I love
so
that.
old school,
It
bro.
feels but it's great, and there's always a wait unless you go, I guess, on a special night. But there's usually a wait, and the pizza's amazing.
Dave Portnoy gave it a 8.9.
Yeah,
which is a massive rating.
It's up between that and Santillo's and Elizabeth for me for best in the state. But yeah, that was a fun conclusion to my holiday weekend. Was not Santillo's, was Conti's. But otherwise, everything was business as usual, fellas.
Straight up, bro. Hey, we were just packing orders from that Black Friday sale too, dude.
Yeah, thank you to those that ordered a piece of merchandise from the Black Friday sale. Last week we talked about theft in the holiday season.
Yeah.
And
you gotta share the story.
We got an email today from a lady in Newark that said her package was delivered. She got a notification, but it's gone.
It goes to show, bro.
So it's hitting all of us. It's hitting you and me.
Dude, the robberies are all over the place in Jersey this holiday season.
It's kind of frustrating.
We said like average 184 per town. And Newark is like a big city, so like you got to up that number in Newark.
So yeah, I was going to say there's something wrong with that math last week. When we said 184 per town,
you're not doing it by like the population
distribution.
Yeah, we said some towns are smaller, sometimes they're bigger. Like it was just kind of an average number to look at.
That was just a straight number of towns divided by total.
We were a part of the yeah, exactly. We were a part of the theft. That calculation for this holiday season. And here's the other thing. How many of those crimes don't go reported? A package goes missing.
Oh, yeah.
They reach out to us and expect us to send them another package, which we're just two Joe Schmoes.
We ain't got the money like that.
Gas ain't free.
I just want to say to that one listener who got her package stolen, hopefully it didn't get stolen. Hopefully it's like somewhere near, like, I don't even know where. But we did contact the Newark PD.
Yes, we did.
We have some people on the inside. We let them know that this package went missing. And they're looking into it. So
it's amazing that's actually true.
It is.
I know.
Well, yeah. So
it's incredible.
Listen, if you get the delivery notification, you pick up that package immediately off your front steps because people are going crazy this holiday season with the robberies. So
yeah, absolutely.
Protect yourself.
Well, so with that, I think it's time we crack open this mailbag. What do you boys say?
I like cracking it open, Josh.
I like it.
Hey, you reached the Garden State mailbag. We're not here right now to take your call, so please leave a message after the beep, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Love you.
What's up, Josh's and Jimmy? Huge fan of the podcast. I just wanted to say I think you guys are killing it with the diner segment, and I think you should add another segment to your TikToks and maybe your podcast about the main streets in New Jersey. We have a ton of really awesome main streets. You know, downtown Cranford, Westfield, Somerville, near where I grew up, has a great main street, and many others. It'd be cool for you guys to showcase them, show some of the little mom and pop shops and stores and restaurants that each of them have and kind of the vibe. Keep up the good work and be well.
Wow. Thank you, brother. Hey, if you want to call into the mailbag, you can just record a voice memo and send to hello@thegardenstate.com. That's hello@thegardenstate.com. But what a great call. Great observation.
You know, we never talk about main streets. We never talk about that.
We don't. And he made a good point. He brought up two of the classics, Cranford and Westfield, you know, us growing up in the area.
Those are local spots for us,
quite a bit. I was saying to Jimmy Parks before we recorded that I heard Haddonfield, New Jersey.
Haddonfield has a beautiful downtown.
That's a loaded town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful town.
It was rated the prettiest Christmas downtown in New Jersey.
I believe that.
So last night I was in Princeton, New Jersey, and the Christmas tree downtown in Princeton, we all know Princeton's like a famous downtown, but it is beautiful there.
So gorgeous, dude.
But I will say for Union County, I got a soft spot in my heart for Cranford. But yeah, Jersey does have a lot of classic little downtown. What's the guy's name that painted those famous paintings?
Norman Rockwell?
Little Norman Rockwell looking towns. A little more populated, I guess, but Cranford always had that vibe to it.
He said Somerville was one of his favorites. Have you guys been to that one?
Yes.
I've been to Somerville.
That's where the Somerville Circle is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what that downtown looks like. I don't think I've only been to the Somerville Circle, I believe.
It's not one of my favorites. I really like Haddon Heights' downtown. It's right next to Haddonfield.
It's a completely different downtown.
It's just like one main street. It's called Station Ave. It's beautiful. That train runs through the middle of it.
Is downtown Somerville where the courthouse is for Somerset County? I think it's Somerset County, right? Somerville will be in Somerset County?
Yeah, sounds about right.
It feels to me like kind of like, this might sound insulting off the bat, but New Brunswick kind of has... There's certain areas of New Brunswick that are like nicer,
Yeah.
And it kind of has that type of a vibe to me, downtown Somerville. I don't know. That might be a bad take. That's what it felt like to me when I went.
I would love to take a trip down there. I haven't been over there at all.
I like Summit's downtown too. Summit's downtown is beautiful.
Summit does have a cute little downtown area.
Gorgeous.
But that's the thing about the Garden State is we really do have a lot of interesting stuff in this state. There's so many.
Every town is so unique, which is amazing for the most part.
And these towns have pride in their downtown areas now, and they try to make them attractive. Like, I mean, I could say this outright. There was a time where we lived in Cranford, and during COVID, and the amount of downtown activities that were going on, live music, little parades. There was a doggy runway on Halloween in Cranford where they had people come out with their dogs and dress them up in costumes with a DJ DJing the event. Like, what is this? This is the peak of Western civilization, really.
Funny,
like,
yeah.
what are we doing here?
It shows everyone has a pride for their town. You know, everyone loves to show up and support one another and just be friends and just celebrate. It's kind of like Whoville in what is that, Dr. Seuss? What was Whoville?
Horton Hears a Who?
Horton Hears. What's the
Whoville's is the Dr. Seuss town from The Grinch.
Yes, from The Grinch. I'm thinking that movie. Remember, like everyone just got together and sang songs and just celebrated.
There's another thing in Cranford, since we're talking about it, called Porch Fest, which is a music festival where bands play on the front porches of houses in the downtown area, and people just walk from house to house.
I didn't know they did that. I knew down in Asbury Park that was a thing.
They do that now?
Yeah, it's been a thing for like the last decade.
I've never seen that before.
I would love to check that out.
You just sit on people's front lawns and listen to bands play.
That's
How
awesome.
often do they do this?
It's in the fall, I think, or in the spring.
I missed it.
You have to check, but yeah, there's a great comment from this caller. There is a lot to our downtowns, and if you have a favorite downtown that we need to check out, call in and let us know, because I want to explore this state some more. I feel like we know a lot of New Jersey, but there's still areas where
there's so many areas we don't know.
The name comes up, and I'm like, where is that? Usually, it's every town south of Philadelphia, really. Like if you could draw a line east of Philadelphia, south in that southwest corner of New Jersey, west of Vineland, I don't know that area very well. And if you're from there, I want to come visit and check it out.
What's that county down there?
Cumberland?
No, the other
Gloucester?
one. No, the small one. Right next to Delaware. Come on, guys.
Camden?
No, further down south.
Salem?
Salem, yes. Salem County. What's in Salem?
Salem, yeah.
Salem, New Jersey is actually really cool.
That's the only thing I know is Cowtown Rodeo.
It's beautiful downtown.
Lots
actually.
of farms, right? Or like they have a nice downtown.
Yeah, Salem, New Jersey, beautiful downtown.
See, all these downtowns look so cool because
Wait, Salem downtown does kind of look like a Norman Rockwell based on this one photo. It looks like a Norman Rockwell painting.
And that's where the Salem Oak once stood before it tragically fell.
You know what's so
years ago.
special
Salem
about
Oak?
like all these
Salem
downtowns?
Oak, it was like the most oldest tree in New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah.
When did it die?
2018-ish?
It was the oldest in Jersey?
Yeah. Huge tree.
Did they make something out of it, or?
I'm not sure what they did with the tree itself, but I know the New Jersey Forest Service propagated its acorns, and now you could buy like a little Salem oak and plant it in your backyard.
Very cool. I love that.
What was the big tree in Cranford that everyone freaked out about?
Oh, Old Pepe, right?
Old Peppy, yeah.
Oh, Pepe, yeah.
What was the deal with that one?
Have you been by that park recently? They cut down all of its children.
Yeah, they cut down all the little Peppies.
That's a big problem.
They did this thing, for those listening that have no idea what we're talking about. There's a town, Cranford, and there's this tree beloved by the town called Old Peppy. And I don't know why. I grew up in Cranford. Growing up in the town, people loved it. It was on all the rec basketball T-shirts. Yep. Old Peppy. I don't know why.
It was like your mascot.
It was just like such a typical upper middle class experience. These people love the tree so much. I'm like, you guys are weird. So the tree dies, and then they cut out the midsection of it, like a massive trunk, and they put it on this pedestal in the park. Like they put epoxy around it so it's sealed, and they just put it on a pedestal, and then they fenced off the area where he fell, and they planted like 1,000 little trees. It was so it was like almost ritualistic, like they were like a cult or something. And now all of that has been removed, and they're doing something else with the space.
Yeah, it looks like they're putting a little like seating area or something there.
They don't care anymore?
So, quick aside, fast fact. That park where that tree stood, Lincoln Park, when my mom was growing up, she was named Miss Lincoln Park.
Wow. Yeah. I was going to quote that YouTube video, but since you brought up your mom, I feel weird.
And one more point about the mailbag. I like how he said that we should review mom and pop shops. to really just like shout out more local places.
I like that.
It's a great idea.
We don't really do that. We only like review diners now, but like going to like these small spots would be actually really cool, guys.
I like that idea quite a bit, Chomik.
Then yeah, we'll do some research. We'll look around. Thank you for that call, bro.
And with that, you boys want to get into the news?
Let's do it.
All right, our first story of the night, of the week, I should say. The largest indoor go-kart track in the world is coming to New Jersey, and we finally have an inside look at it.
If you think that headline sounds familiar, yes, it is, because this actual story was our biggest story of the entire year on TikTok and Instagram. It blew up everywhere. And now we got some more details about it. We want to share with you guys.
So if you want to look this up, the article I'm actually looking at is titled, Take a First Look at New Jersey's Massive Go-Kart Racing Course Set to Open in December. And the photos are, I'm not going to lie, pretty sick. Here's a video of someone driving around. My only issue with this whole thing, and I hate to be a Debbie Downer, is the Topgolf effect. Something I'm calling the Topgolf effect.
I know what you're going to say, and I think I agree.
You're not going to be able to go on a go-kart here unless you want to wait 4 hours and book an experience 6 months in advance.
So you think the problem is it's going to be way too popular for the first few years, that it's going to be it's going to be miserable because you're being waiting for 4 hours?
It's going to be, I think, absolutely, it's going to be way overcrowded. But they have a lot going on. There's go-karts. There's, by the way, so the go-kart course will be $29 for a single race. Which, if you've
How
ever
long's the race?
I'm not
for one race
totally sure, but I'd imagine it's going to be like 7 minutes, maybe something like that. And then $78 for a 3-race bundle, $125 for a 5-race bundle. And axe throwing will be $28 a person for 60 minutes. So this place is going to make a lot of money.
It's expensive, dude. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I want to go there anymore.
But the fact that it's also right across from Topgolf, all the people waiting for Topgolf are now going to go on their go-karts.
Yeah, dude, if you get that 4-hour wait at Topgolf, you're like, oh, let me go-kart for a little bit. You're going to go walk across the street, and it's going to be like, oh, here's a 4-hour wait because everyone from Topgolf is here now.
Or it's going to be a 2-hour wait, and it perfectly splits up your Topgolf.
Hey, that would be the dream.
Yeah.
I'll say if you want to spend $600 in a night with your friends, you go karting, then you go to Topgolf.
Oh yeah, easy 600 right there.
Because Topgolf's expensive too.
So, dude, Topgolf is like a once every few month thing. Once every 6 month thing, I feel.
Yeah, for me, I go once a year.
You got to
maybe.
go with a big crew, or else you're gonna be spending a ton of money, dude.
It's so much fun, though. I will say, I love going to Topgolf. I always have fun there. So I want to hear from the listeners. Are you guys going to be going to Supercharged NJ? Supercharged NJ, which is an interesting name. It sounds exciting. All these 10 elevation changes. You're going to be driving up and down and all over.
It sounds pretty cool. When are we going? Let's be honest.
Honestly, yeah, we're going to have to check it out.
Yeah.
But I feel like the first few weeks are going to be a madhouse, like Josh said.
Well, we said if they want to invite us out for a race, maybe we'll stop by, but we'll have to see.
Our video on TikTok got 3 million views, dude.
That's
Yeah.
And on Instagram a few weeks ago, I got over 130,000 shares of us talking about this.
We gave them some of the greatest advertising they could ever ask for.
We didn't even mean to.
Can you imagine? Let's put this in perspective. If any brand reached out to us and was like, "Hey, I want you to advertise," and we're like, "We can get you 3 million views." That's easily a $3 million view commercial on TV would be like we'd be getting a fat check.
Make some good money, yeah, but
Getting a check for 100 G's at least. But
we're over here now making squat.
Meanwhile,
Sponsor us.
well, the article goes on to say the multi-level temperature-controlled course has 10 elevation changes and room for 4 wide racing. There are 2 tracks that can be combined into a single 80,000 square foot super track. Combined, the course is about 28% larger than the Supercharged Entertainment existing facility in Rentham, Massachusetts. The electric go-karts can reach speeds between 35 and 40 miles per hour, which is pretty sick. That's pretty fun.
So that's is that anything compared to the one in Jersey City right now? Or no?
You got to think pole position. It used to be, I think it's RPM now.
Yeah, RPM
RPM.
race. And people are obsessed over that spot.
Let me see, RPM. We went when this place opened as pole position.
Yeah, back in the day. I went recently to RPM, but dude, we had to wait so long just to do one race. It was miserable. It's so overcrowded.
45 miles an hour
At
Same.
RPM?
at RPM.
Okay. So
I
same
don't
thing.
buy it though, because the reality is, while you can go 40 miles an hour, you're not on many straightaways to reach that speed. So really, you're going like
Yeah, you're right.
25 miles an hour the whole time. I feel like, right?
I
Yeah,
would
makes sense.
assume, yeah.
So let us know if you guys go out. They're opening in December, correct?
Yeah, they still haven't given an official date yet, though. I see all these articles coming out. Have you guys seen a date?
I haven't seen one.
Yeah, so that's what I'm a little confused about. Are they pushing it back? Is it actually going to be December? We're here to find out. So let us know if you guys hear anything else about it.
Speaking of grand openings, I watched a video on YouTube this week of Mr. Beast's grand opening at Garden State Plaza at the American Dream Mall.
He posted the video about it?
There was a video created by Colin and Samir. They're two YouTubers.
Oh, gotcha.
And they talked about, they followed him for the 24 hours of the opening. And I really want to stop by and get a Beast Burger now.
Yesterday,
And it blows my mind that he commented on our video.
I know, bro. That's all. He just left an emoji, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend yesterday, and he said Mr. Beast burgers are trash.
Who said that?
Andre.
I heard that from someone else too.
Well, the thing is, I want to get one from his restaurant because he can't control the quality, I guess, of what a ghost kitchen does.
You're right.
But if you go to his spot at the mall, I'd love to see how delicious these burgers are because they do look pretty good.
We still have to do our American Dream review, so we got to make a trip.
One day we'll make it there. So, all right, let's move on.
I just want to say real quick that the grand opening is on December 16th.
Oh, so they announced it.
Yeah.
Right
What's
before
today?
Christmas. Today's November 29th.
29th.
Okay, wow. So December 16th. There
Yeah,
you go, ladies and
coming up
gentlemen.
soon.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Exactly 2 weeks from Friday, I believe. All right, so let's move on. So in Homedale, New Jersey, legislators are working to make it illegal to stand next to a car that isn't yours.
What?
What's going on in Jersey, guys?
So it says officials in this Monmouth County municipality are proposing a law that would fine or imprison someone who tries to open, unlock, or even stand near, hear that, stand near a vehicle that is not theirs. The proposed ordinance, scheduled for a final vote by the Township Committee on December 13th, comes amid reports of car theft rates increasing by around 20% a year. 20% a year.
Dude, crime
In
everywhere
New
has been
Jersey.
going up.
Yeah, Jersey has a serious crime problem that for whatever reason, nobody's talking about it. 20% increase in car theft. Think about that. That's not good.
Yeah, so God forbid you stand next to a car now that it's not yours, you're getting arrested.
Let me continue with the article. It says the Homedale Ordinance, introduced on November 22nd, would make it illegal for anyone who does not own or have permission to access a vehicle to enter or remain on any driveway, paved surface, or location within 20 feet of that car when it's parked.
What happens if I'm at ShopRite?
That's a great question, Jimmy. And this is where I don't know how the language of the law itself will come out, but I think it can't be illegal to stand near a car. I love the heart of this. I like what they're trying to do, but standing near a car, I mean, how many times have you been hanging out with friends and like maybe you go and you play, I don't know, soccer, and then afterwards you're hanging in the parking lot talking for half an hour? Like, I feel like I've loitered in parking lots my whole life in New Jersey.
And even like if you're at a friend's house and you're on the street and like you're next to a neighbor's car just standing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it says additionally, the ordinance seeks to prosecute anyone who is present within a vehicle upon which another person has committed any of the listed offenses. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
I'm
does
trying
it?
to read it over and over as
Additionally, the ordinance seeks to prosecute anyone who is present within a vehicle upon which another person has committed any of the listed offenses.
I don't understand that.
That's what we call word vomit. So don't stand near a car that isn't yours in New Jersey.
Is this
unless
just
you're
in like Homedale or is it like more?
Homedale? Yeah, it's specifically in Homedale, but I guess Monmouth County. No, it'd be the municipality. So Homedale's making the decision. And we'll see what happens, I guess. I think that there are solutions to this. And I mean, the first thing is I know that the laws in New Jersey have shifted where you can steal a car. I've spoken to police officer friends of mine, and they've told me you can literally steal a car and be out of jail the same day if they catch you.
I bet. Yeah, dude.
Like, it's not like the type of thing where, like in the movies.
That's why crime is so bad in Jersey, bro. You could do anything and get let off like immediately without like any bail. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual. Again, I don't want to sound ignorant. I don't know what the actual law is when someone steals a car, but it sounds like we're really soft on this type of activity. And I'll tell you what, it is a hard time to just live in this state. Everything's so expensive. You lose your car and have to go through the insurance process of figuring that whole deal out. That could ruin somebody's life for a little bit, figuring out how, first off, what do you do? Call the insurance company and they appraise your car at whatever it's, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it just seems like a mess.
I'm just saying, like, you can't arrest me for standing next to a car in Homedale.
That's a good point.
Like, I'm going to go to Homedale and stand next to a car if this thing passes. How can they prove that you're going to do something, though? It doesn't make any sense, this law that they want to pass.
They can't, and
they can't.
So here's my fear with this. It sounds like the type of idea that they're assuming it's going to allow law enforcement to prosecute people based on suspicion or something like that. Like they're going to see someone and go, hey, you can call the cops now. But what it's actually, what this is actually going to be used for? It's going to be actually used for when like a couple like 7th graders are playing baseball in the street or wiffle ball and some Karen, excuse my language, a Karen
Joshua,
is going to call the local PD and say, there are kids standing within 20 feet of my car. I need the police. That's what it's going to be used for.
It's going to be a waste of everyone's time.
I think
especially the police.
I think so. But I like the heart here. I like the idea of trying to crack down on car theft. I just think that unless this article's a total misrepresentation of what they're trying to accomplish here, which is possible.
What do you mean by that?
Well, journalists would never like misrepresent the truth, right?
No.
I don't know. I don't know what the actual goal is here. We can only read what's been published.
So I was actually thinking about this recently. So at work, I deal with a lot of like press and media and stuff like that. And I've held press conferences, and I don't know if it's something that I'm doing wrong. It could be all my fault. But afterwards, when you read articles, you realize that a lot of reporters almost get the point of what you're saying, but there's like 20% of it that they just completely misrepresent.
Oh, I believe that.
It's called an agenda, Jimmy Parks.
It's clickbait.
Everybody's got one. Everybody's got a slant. And here on the Garden State, our only slant is we're slanted towards loving residents of New Jersey and giving them the news. So that's what we're here for.
We're fighting for the people. We want you guys to live so happy in this state. We're here to make it all better for you.
And what ticks me off is we're just two Joe six-packs, two regular guys, man.
I got a six-pack.
And Jimmy Parks, 3 regular guys here, man, just doing what we can to tell people about what's going on. And meanwhile, all these big media organizations.
It's the big media.
Big media, man. You guys know the big ones in New Jersey.
You know the big news.
They're after us. Speaking of big media organizations, this next article comes from one of them.
We're not going to say who, though.
Yeah. Well, wild turkeys are terrorizing New Jersey residents.
I'm going to kill every single turkey I see on the road.
On the road? You're just going to hit them?
Well, if they run into me, yeah.
If they run into you or if you drive into them?
Are you allowed to kill a turkey legally and like eat it?
With a hunting license, yeah.
Oh, no, but if it's like in my backyard. Do I have to treat it like I see like a rabbit? Like I'm not going to touch it?
I think if you kept your mouth shut, you might be able to get away with it, but I don't think it's legal, no.
When I was in North Carolina, I woke up at 6 a.m. and my uncle, he has a lot of land, and there was like a group of 12 turkeys in the backyard on Thanksgiving.
That's a sign.
I was like, can we go like hunt them? And we weren't prepared, so we didn't. But wild turkeys are everywhere, bro.
Yeah, this is real. This article is very, very interesting because I didn't know at one point in the state of New Jersey, turkeys were an endangered species.
When?
Well, in 1977. So it says turkeys are a highly adaptable bird that can live in many different habitats, said Jimmy Sloan, the upland game bird biologist for the State Department of Environmental Protection.
Wow.
Wild turkeys are found in 21 of New Jersey's counties, he added. By 1977, turkeys had almost completely disappeared from the Garden State until the State Division of Fish and Wildlife, this is hilarious, released 22 birds into the wild. So they took 22 turkeys.
Wow.
They released them, and it says on this Thanksgiving, there is an estimated 21,000 wild turkeys on the loose across the state.
That's nuts.
Wow.
So it started with 22, and now we're at 21,000.
So they started this in the 70s.
77, the roaring 70s, man.
But what do you guys know what made them make this decision? Like, let's not have them endangered anymore. Let's release 22 into the wild so they could just
Well, I think
expand.
the idea is anytime a species is endangered, we don't want it to go I mean, I guess it wouldn't be extinct.
Well, extinct from New Jersey.
Yeah, and it's part of our population, so you'd have to think it's a part of the ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
So you need it to be there. It'd be like if black bears were completely gone from New Jersey, there'd be repercussions for sure, right? Like certain other animal populations might thrive to the point where it's intrusive. I don't know. I missed that lesson in high school biology, but. Yeah, it says turkeys, like many birds, are territorial animals that guard their turf and can be aggressive. They're big and gather in flocks, particularly in wintertime, and they're hard to get rid of. Like black bears, wild turkeys are controlled species that is managed by the State Division of Fish and Wildlife, which oversees turkey hunting. According to the state's officials, hunters harvested 2,428 wild turkeys in 2022, up slightly from last year's 2,327. So, yeah, we are hunting them, but they just keep growing.
So the issue right now that this article is basically saying is there's an overpopulation of turkeys.
Well, I don't know if it's an overpopulation, but people are getting attacked by them, and it's like, well, what do we do?
Oh, so that's what this is about. People are actually getting beaten up by a turkey.
Well, I don't know, beaten up, but yeah, if you've ever seen them, they're territorial.
No, I would not walk up to a turkey and talk to it. That thing will rip my face off.
But you know what? There are moms in New Jersey who will do that. Actually, to bring up Haddon Heights again, a few years ago, they had a local turkey. They named it Glenny.
Of course they did.
No.
Of course they did.
Yeah, you should have seen the local Facebook page. The moms were selling T-shirts, bumper stickers for the car.
Making money.
And then they felt so bad for this bird. They took it to some farm and wanted it to live on there. But then the state came and took it away because you can't domesticate a turkey.
What is wrong with this?
Did they kill him?
I think they did.
Listen, people are so out of their minds. What is wrong with people empathizing with brainless animals like a turkey? There's cities around us where people are actually hungry, and you're getting all empathetic over a turkey?
Yep.
What is wrong with people?
It's a turkey.
I get sick over this. People, this is the moms of Upper Montclair. Like I always say, these people that are all feelings. There's nothing going on besides emotion there. And if I saw Glenny, I would have made him my Thanksgiving meal. I hate to say it, but I have no connection with a turkey.
You're telling me you wouldn't have bought a Glenny shirt?
Well, that might be a nice.
I would have bought the Glenny shirt, but
I
I also would have taken Glenny to my house. So
I'm going to be honest. I would not be opposed to harvesting my own turkey next Thanksgiving for my family for a few reasons. One, it's going to be probably a bigger bird. Two, the butterballs. You know those turkeys are in a warehouse somewhere being treated like dirt. I'd rather get a wild turkey that lived a good life, and then you know what? He's coming over my house for Thanksgiving. Like that's a good end of the life.
He's not terrorizing people anymore. So you're saving, the community at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys want to get a turkey next Thanksgiving?
Yeah, let's we gotta just pick our zone, I think, and
Jimmy, look into that and get us a turkey.
The lottery applications between January 25th and February 22nd. There's no lottery for the fall season, so that's perfect.
Oh, so in the fall, you can literally just go get a turkey.
Yeah. I think you need to stay in your zone, but...
Well, that's the thing. Well, if a turkey terrorizes me, like it's terrorizing these people, am I just allowed to strangle it?
Well, I think self-defense, you could pretty much do whatever you
so
want.
I won't get in trouble.
You're allowed to strangle a turkey if it's attacking you?
Yeah.
Josh, I think you would get no flack, no grief from any local PD if they showed up and you said, I just strangled that turkey. I think you'd be a hero.
They'd probably laugh, right?
I think so.
It's a turkey. I'm not going to get arrested for it.
We're not in the national park. It's not like you strangled a bison.
Yeah, it's a completely different ball game, dude.
Oh, man. Well, hey, look, I get so angry about how out of touch people in New Jersey are with animals. It grinds my gears to know. It's
wild, bro. There's so many people like that, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really something special. Something must be in the water.
Leave a comment. Are you for the turkeys? Are you against the turkeys? Are you in agreement with us, or are you extremely angry with us right now because we don't have a heart for a turkey?
I'm for the turkeys. I think there's look.
They taste great.
Who doesn't love turkey on Thanksgiving?
Who's not eating turkey on Thanksgiving?
I'm not opposed to turkey. I like having turkeys in the wild. I think it's cool to go, hey, there's a turkey. But I just also don't feel like Glenny needs a T-shirt, okay?
What about the bumper sticker?
What did that one say?
It just said, I don't know, I forget. It said Glenny on
I'm going to look this up really quick.
What year was that?
Oh, this had to be 2017. It was in the golden age of community Facebook pages.
Glenny, South Jersey, celebrity turkey.
Look at him.
He's a big turkey. That's a big bird. Hold on. Oh, I got to sign in to the Inquirer. Hold on. This is a big bird. It says
read the
community outrage after Glenny the turkey was euthanized in Haddon Heights.
Oh, why were we around back then? That would have been a great headline.
That's so funny.
It was a huge story.
That is awesome.
Were you a part of it, Jimmy, or like did you go down for like?
Oh, I thought it was the stupidest thing ever.
So you didn't buy a shirt?
Guys,
No, absolutely not.
NJ.com reported email reveals why Glenny, a friendly neighborhood turkey, was killed by the feds.
Stop, dude.
A string of government emails obtained by this. This is how crazy people in New Jersey are. They're looking up government emails about Glenny the turkey. Oh my Lord. God help us.
In case you're wondering, we are in hunting zone 10 here for turkey.
Oh, we are.
In Union County?
Yeah.
Nice.
He was a beautiful bird. That would have been a great Thanksgiving. This is exactly the type of lady I would see with a Glenny the shirt on. Look at her. Glenny the turkey shirt on. All right, let's move on to the next story. Okay. A New Jersey teen was held hostage for a year against her will by a guy she met on a dating app.
Wow. What a turn of events from Glenny the turkey.
Yes.
Dude, these dating apps, bro, are scary places.
Yeah, this story is very dark. I'm not even going to give all the details. You can look it up if you want to read all the gruesome details.
It's very dark.
But the gist is an 18-year-old New Jersey woman texted 911 for help escaping after being held against her will in Pennsylvania for a year by a man she met through a dating app. Can I just say, to be held against your will is one thing. To be held against your will in Pennsylvania, that's dark.
Gosh, you can't make that joke.
I'm sorry. Was that
You had a serious face.
Sorry, guys. Let me continue here. So she was held against her will in Pennsylvania for a year by a man she met through a dating app, according to a criminal complaint obtained by the Daily Voice. 32-year-old Nicholas Breland of Monongahela, Pennsylvania.
Malaga?
What is it?
I thought it was New Jersey.
Monongahela.
Wait, say it.
I was going to say Malaga, but I thought...
No, it's Monongahela.
It's Pennsylvania, so who cares?
Was arrested on Sunday, November 20th, according to the complaint. The teenager said that her abusive boyfriend, who had been holding her captive, was asleep and she wanted help escaping. She told the Washington County 911 Center around 9:45 p.m., according to the criminal complaint. The page goes on to talk about how he did terrible sexual things to her, and he's all around an absolute dirtbag. He's been arrested. Thank goodness this girl is safe. But can I just say...
What?
He's going to jail.
Yeah, dude, but the girl had to suffer for over a year, and she's 18. This guy is 32. It's kind of crazy how you could just meet someone like that on a dating app, not know anything about them, go on a date, and then be just kidnapped the next moment.
I'm a little confused by this story because the story keeps referring to her using the term girlfriend and boyfriend about them. So was it like an abusive relationship, or was it like, it doesn't sound like it was a kidnapping where she was chained in the basement. It sounds like they were dating and it got dark.
I don't know. It just said that they met on a dating app. So that makes me think they met on a dating app, they hooked up, and all of a sudden this girl goes missing and this guy locked her up. I'm not going to I don't want to get detailed, but there was a part in the article that said, the girl had her mattress and I think there was like some chains right next to it that just kept her locked up.
Yeah.
So
says,
she was a prisoner.
It says she had taken his phone and told them he has a knife, but she could never leave on her own because he had boarded up the windows and the doors. So she was definitely trapped in this environment, which is crazy.
Read
There's
that line.
also, it says they discovered a mattress on the floor in front of a fireplace surrounded by bags of food and water bottles with handcuffs on the mattress chained to a nearby wall. So that's terrifying.
This poor 18-year-old girl, dude.
This guy's a nut.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So, just wild.
So it sounds like he's going to be taking a trip to the Slammer.
But how do you prevent those things from happening? I guess you just don't know who you're meeting online.
Well, it's not only who you're meeting online, but you have to be wise about how you approach encounters with strangers. Maybe meet in public places a few times.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's a sociopath, I guess they could be a sociopath and play it off like they're really kind and caring and still do this. But
yeah, I guess it could happen to anyone.
It's stranger danger, man. We were taught this when we were kids, right?
Can you just give me a recap?
Stranger danger?
Yeah, what is it?
It's just what you just don't go near strangers.
Yeah, but like
'Cause
we're
there's a
talking.
danger.
Yeah, but this 18-year-old girl apparently didn't know about stranger danger because she met up with a 32-year-old guy.
Yeah. And she was there for a year, so I imagine she was 17 when he met up with her.
Oh, even worse. That's
'Cause
illegal.
A year, yeah. So, well, thank goodness she's out, and hopefully she receives a lot of
I
help.
hope that dude rots in prison
yeah, and I
for the
hope,
rest of his life.
hope she gets help for the trauma she's been through, because that's got to be pretty traumatic,
Monster.
obviously. And he's going to go to jail for a long time, and as he should be.
I feel like that should be like a life sentence naturally, but they'll probably just give him like 5 years and then he'll be out.
I don't know.
Because that's how the justice system works.
I don't think so. I think he's going to get a lot of different charges.
There were so many different things he was charged with, so I hope it's a long time.
I think it'd be like a 20-year.
Can't let a guy out like that.
20-year sentence or something. All right, moving on. Newark Airport is at an all-time high for gun seizures this year.
We're breaking records, dude, left and right across the state.
Last week, we found out that we were the number one state for burglaries
Yes!
in the holiday season. This week, we find out that Newark Airport is at an all-time high for gun seizures.
Number one, baby. We're number one.
We are turning into Gotham City.
It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, the dude last week had a fully loaded gun going through security. Like, what are you doing?
No, it says for a third time this month, a loaded handgun was found in luggage at Newark Liberty International Airport.
Oh, nice.
The TSA found the 9mm handgun in a carry-on luggage of a passenger from Newton Square, Pennsylvania.
The Pennsylvanians, dude.
The gun was loaded with 13 bullets, including one in the chamber. My goodness.
Don't these people see the sign that has the gun, the photo of the gun that's
With the
just crossed
crossed
out?
out, yeah.
You can't bring this on a plane.
There's a quote from
Can't read.
a TSA director, and it said, "This individual had a pretty bad Thanksgiving." So, a total of 14 guns have been discovered at Newark Airport checkpoints this year, which ties the record for most guns caught at the airport in a single year, with a full month remaining in 2022. So I think we're going to break it, boys.
I think we are. Wait, did that number break it already?
No, it's tied, actually.
Oh, so we need one more.
We're setting a record this year.
So one more person this month needs to try to get through to TSA with a gun.
Should I do it?
I wouldn't put it
Don't
on the
do
podcast.
it on the day that I'm flying.
Yeah, I'm flying next week too, and I really don't want to deal with anything
Yeah.
like that because I'm trying to get to my destination on time. But Josh, I wouldn't advise you to do that.
You wouldn't? Why not?
Question: if you have a gun legally, how do you get it on a plane? You have to check that in.
Well, it depends on the purpose. Like, I think if you're going hunting out in Colorado, let's say you have a rifle, you got to check it, and I think there's a whole procedure to checking it.
Okay, yeah, you have to go through like a bunch of like steps.
Bro, when I landed, I went to Montana. I landed in Bozeman. When I landed, it was like everybody checked a rifle. Like the whole airport was full of dudes carrying rifle bags. I was like, I texted my family, I'm like, I think I'm back in America. Like everybody had rifles. It was like everybody was in hunting gear with rifles.
And they have those like long snowboard slots for like like they all fit in those like long.
It was
vertical
exactly
slots.
like snowboard bags, but they were all camo and like clearly carrying guns. So it's just different.
So I guess
culture.
the rule is you have to check it in. You can't actually carry on a gun unless you're a cop.
Oh, no shot. You can carry on a gun. I mean, federal agents, I think, can carry on guns. Like the guys that, well, obviously the, what's it called? The federal authorities that fly on planes, they're like, they slip in with regular people.
I know exactly what you're saying, but I can't remember it right now.
Jimmy, what's that called?
Hold on, I wasn't paying attention. I'm looking up if an officer can carry a gun on a plane.
I thought they can, right? No, maybe they can't.
You are not able to. As an off-duty officer, you are not able to fly with a concealed weapon.
Yeah, but what are the guys called that go on the planes?
Yeah, those undercover guys. A federal agent undercover on plane.
Sky Marshal.
Sky Marshal, that's it.
That's pretty sick.
So those
That's a
guys
cool
like
job.
blend in like normal people, right? And they just have like a gun on them.
Yep.
To-
They just walk around hanging with the regular people, and then,
when all hell breaks loose, they're there to save the day.
I've never heard
pretty
of those
cool.
before, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Sky Marshal.
I know after 9/11 they started like placing more Sky Marshals on flights, and now, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there like at least one Sky Marshal in every flight?
I don't think it's that many. I think they just slip them in randomly.
And that's like a job they get paid to do that, or are they just like randomly
Oh,
traveling?
yeah. They make great money, from what I understand.
Air marshals can be found on approximately 5% of flights.
5%. Okay, so yeah, I'm way off. That's very little, actually.
Can we just, here's the other thing though. If you're on a plane and say a terrorist gets up and says, I'm taking the cockpit, and the sky marshal gets up and, shoots him, the rest of that flight would be so awkward.
I think you'd land immediately, like closest airport.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You're not going to your destination.
Can you imagine how loud the gunshot would be in a little cylinder?
Especially if you're sleeping and you wake up to that. That'd be terrifying.
And then you have to hope that the bullet doesn't go. I mean, this is a joke because obviously I don't think it could do anything, but hope it doesn't go shoot somebody, Like,
I thought you were going to say make a hole in the plane.
I mean, well, that could happen too, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. This is how my brain works. It's kind of weird, but I guess we'll have to see if we can break this record at Newark Airport. We are obviously joking. We're joking.
Obviously.
No more guns at Newark Airport. But who brings a loaded gun to an airport?
Apparently 14 people do.
In a carry-on bag.
Like, what are they thinking?
Stupid.
People are unaware how hard it is to get things through security. Dude, I can't even get the quarter out of my pocket.
But it makes you wonder, do you think that there are times when things like that do slip through security? Someone just isn't paying attention.
I think so.
I can't imagine being a security person at Newark Airport, TSA person, and just looking at the
computer
X-ray
screen
scanner
all day for
long.
hours.
There was one time I brought my car keys by accident. I threw them in my backpack, and I had a pocket knife on them that was... Something happened with I remember I had a pocket knife of some sort by accident, and it got through, and I was like, I don't even think I realized till afterwards that I got through with this pocket knife. And there was another time I used my work tool bag as my carry-on bag, and I had a screwdriver in the bottom of it, and that did not go over well.
What'd they say to you?
They pulled me aside and were like, hey, you got something in this bag you got to get got rid of. And when we pulled it out, and they were like, it was like a little flathead screwdriver. I was like, oh, shoot, I like that flathead too.
Dude, that could do some damage right there.
Yeah, somebody at TSA got my flathead screwdriver.
Yeah, what do you think happens with all that stuff?
They take it. They seize it, and it goes into a box, and then someone comes in the room and makes it disappear.
Would they take it home with them?
I don't know. At Newark Airport, there is a cool display. I think it's Newark that has a display of what TSA has found at the airport, and it's really cool.
With a bunch of weapons and
crazy stuff, like homemade bombs and just craziness. In Mullica Hill Township, New Jersey, residents are protesting a 2.1 million square foot warehouse project.
So let me get this right. Mullica Hill, there's a lot of open, empty space. It's beautiful. Uh-huh. So they're like, let's put a 2.1 million square foot warehouse here.
That's almost the size of the American Dream Mall, this warehouse.
The article actually says it's 2/3 the size of the American Dream Mall.
Which is huge.
And they just want to place it into this open area in Mullica Hill.
I don't know. I drive down South Jersey a lot. The amount of warehouses going up is insane.
It's too many, man.
It's insane.
All next to the turnpike.
All next to the turnpike, down 206. I mean, they're going up everywhere.
Why do you think that is? Is it because of Amazon?
Partially. I think it's partially because of everyone wants everything today. That quick shipping.
Yeah, so they have to have warehouses stocked.
Insane to me that we have that kind of inventory.
Well, people in Mullica Hill surely don't want it that quickly because they're pissed.
I'd be pissed too. Imagine all the truck traffic this is going to bring.
Yeah, so it says that the project would be built on vacant farmland along the Route 322 across the street from Casella Farms residential neighborhood. So imagine you buy your little dream home at Casella Farms residential neighborhood. And then you find out that a 2.1 million square foot warehouse is going across the street.
Nightmare right there. That sucks.
On what used to be beautiful, quaint little farmland, I would be really upset, I think. So the article says it's 2/3 the size of the sprawling American Dream Mall or the size of about 38 White Houses, which is a funny comparison to make. Some residents say the warehouse development will bring traffic, noise, pollution, and crime to Mullica Hill. In a statement, Russo Development said the project was designed to respond to the township's vision for a logistics development that is appropriately located directly on the full interchange of New Jersey Turnpike. And this is, again, New Jersey residents need to wake up to what's happening in our state right now. We are taking, we've talked about this so much, we're taking nice little towns and we're overdeveloping them. And when everything's overdeveloped, it's going to be too late. By the time we realize there's too many apartments, there's too many warehouses, everything's too congested, there's 18-wheelers pulling into your cute little town with a farm, it's going to be too late by that point. So shout out to the residents of Mullica Hill trying to hold it down.
What are the people doing? They're just protesting right now?
They're not protesting, but they are signing a petition, and it's titled People Against Warehouses in Mullica Hill. You can go to change.org if you want to sign it. They currently have 1,146 signatures. And hey, you know what? I don't live there, but I think I'm about to sign it.
You're signing
I'm going to
it
sign this live right now.
Wow, he's actually doing it, guys.
I mean, this might...
Are you going to sign it as the Garden State?
Yeah, I'll sign it as the Garden State.
Hey, I don't approve. I might want a warehouse, guys. It might be good to get my packages a little quicker.
I just...
Mullica Hill? No, you want a warehouse over in Linden.
You just sign it as the Sobasinski. I thought you were going to keep
Well,
it.
boys, I signed the petition.
You just saved Mullica Hill, dude.
Mullica Hill is such a cute little town. Man.
Hey. They want you to pitch in $7 now.
Nah, I think we pass. I don't care that much. They can build the warehouse.
What's the warehouse going to be? It could be like anything from like Amazon to like...
Who knows? Yeah, I'm not sure.
They didn't say.
Russo Development wasn't very clear about it, but 2.1 million square feet. We could build a studio there.
I think all of us actually have been inside of a 2.1 million square foot warehouse. The abandoned Bud Company in Philadelphia.
How big was that?
2.1 million square
I
feet.
don't really remember.
Wow.
Is that the one where we took the basketball court on the roof?
No, that was in abandoned school.
Oh, cool.
All right. Well, we have one more story tonight, and this story is going to warm our hearts with the Christmas cheer.
You already know I got that music going, bro.
South Jersey's Griswold Christmas Village is officially open for the holiday season.
Now, I know nothing about this, and I told Josh not to tell me anything before he shared the story, and I like checking places out like this, so...
I've been there. It's incredible.
They got a cool Christmas village?
It's just like the one house that's exactly like the Griswold house from Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
They got the RV. They got the guy hanging from the side of the house. It's incredible.
Oh, so this is just a house?
So, yes. Well, have you heard of the movie Christmas Vacation?
Yes.
So this one super fan turned his house into a sort of tribute to the movie. Mm-hmm. And it says the home had Clark's station wagon, which is a big part of the movie, thousands of twinkling lights, just like Clark hung on his own home, and even came with Cousin Eddie and his RV. The RV is a big part of the movie. Yep. The display grew so much that the Harbaugh family decided to launch a toy drive to go alongside with their decorations in an effort to give back to the needy kids at Christmas. Well, that exploded as well. Every year, they'd fill Cousin Eddie's RV with toy donations. In 2020, they got so many donations, the RV couldn't even fit them all. So this is a site, if you're a big fan of the movie, you can go down to this area. It's in Gloucester County. And you can see the house lit up with the lights. There's a cop car, just like in the movie. There's an RV. There's everything.
It's everything.
It's a tribute
awesome
to the movie.
And it's open 7 days a week?
It's just someone's yard, right? So they turn the lights on every night. You go up to it. You look at it.
Yep.
Take some photos.
It's in Mickleton.
Yeah.
So I think if you're a big fan of the movie and you live in Jersey, this is the perfect cross section of, Christmas for somebody out there.
It's worth the drive.
Even if I don't know what the movie is about?
Well, that's your first problem. We got to watch it for you to appreciate it.
You never seen it?
Well, I've heard about
How
it.
have you never seen it?
I've heard about it, obviously, guys, but I haven't watched it. Is it based off Jersey?
No.
No, it's like an adult version of like a Home Alone kind of Christmas movie.
Okay.
Like a comedy from that era. But it's more
can you
for
just
adults.
Google a photo of the house so I could just get like a picture of like
Absolutely.
what this looks like?
I have the article up right.
That's the house?
That's the house.
Whoa.
That's a statue of Chevy Chase.
If you're into like Christmas
festivities,
yes, thank you, Jimmy. Christmas festivities, mark that. Go check this place out. It seems pretty cool.
I might have to make the drive down this year.
There's a bunch of spots I want to go to. Do you guys do the drive in PNC still or no?
No.
I heard it's not
It's a
worth
mess.
it. I heard it's not worth it.
Didn't you say you used to do it as a kid?
We went when I was very little, but I don't remember much. I just remember the experience of being with my family. But I do have a Christmas secret for somebody on this podcast, for someone listening.
Oh.
Christmas Eve, you need to drive through Summit, New Jersey. They get a certain section of town puts the luminaries out, those paper bags with the candles.
Beautiful.
And it is heavenly.
Wait,
It's beautiful.
They do it in a certain area of the town?
Yes, and it's crazy. People go all out with these luminaries, and it's pretty magical.
Just on Christmas Eve?
Just Christmas Eve.
Like it's like a bunch of houses do it?
I drove through last Christmas Eve, not even knowing, and it was crazy.
Parts of Cranford do it too, and that's beautiful. So I can only imagine if even like more.
Yeah, it's like it was so many candles, I couldn't even believe it. But I also heard that Sleepy Hollow area of Plainfield does it. Scotch Plains, some people do it.
What's the point? It just lights up these streets?
Yeah, that's like paper bags that go along the street. It's really pretty, and you put on Christmas music and you drive slow around.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So with that, that's our last story of the night. And do you guys have any closing remarks?
I'm just happy that we're finally in the Christmas mood here on the Garden State. We're celebrating. You could feel it in the air. Immediately after Thanksgiving, everywhere you go. I went to the mall today, bro. I went to Short Hills Mall. Just Christmas is in the air, man. I love it. It feels really, really good. And
it's even more in the air here because I have a Christmas scent going on in here. I got my tree up.
You got your tree.
And my wife did all the decorations. As you can see, we have the white pine garland going around everything in here.
Is this real?
So, and yes, it's real.
That smells great.
Yeah. So.
And if you're watching this and you haven't noticed by now, we flipped the room today.
Yes.
So we got the Christmas tree and Josh's fireplace behind us.
So we're sitting currently where the camera would normally be sitting, pointed at us that direction.
And Jimmy's sitting where we usually sit.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And he looks great over there.
Don't you like, isn't it weird what it looks like over there?
It's very bizarre looking at it this way. Also, did anyone notice my upgraded chair? This is awesome.
Looks good.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, with that, we're not going to be on the podcast next week.
It's our third missed week.
We're going to be taking the week off.
That's it, our third missed week.
And we will be back the following week with some more content for you guys. So that might be actually our Christmas special week.
I think so, yeah. That's going to be the week of I don't know. It's going to be in 2 weeks from now.
The week before the week of Christmas.
Yes, that's crazy.
So we'll see you guys then. Otherwise,
we're going to be in our Christmas jammies and, we got Christmas cookies out. It's going to be great.
Otherwise, I hope everybody has a very merry first week of December. We are in full Christmas swing here at the Garden State, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
And if you missed our Black Friday sale and you still haven't got that special somebody a Christmas gift, head over to thegardenstate.com, get some merch for yourself and that person you want to gift this holiday season. We got a lot of good options out there for you, and we also got a new hoodie coming soon. I don't know when it's going to be released, but be on the lookout for that because that's coming in a few weeks.
I love it. I love it. I love it, man. All right. With that, everybody have a good week. We'll catch you later.
God bless you.
Bye.
Later.
You're listening to the Garden State. The Dirty Jers.